Are you struggling with your short game? Are your irons not going straight? Do you have a Little Caesars slice with your driver? I know I'm talking to a lot of people right now. So, I'm giving out lessons for golf. Virtual, in person. Small fee as a USGA approved 7 handicap. I charge a steep fee of $500 for a half hour, but it's worth it. I'll fix your swing. Reach out to me if you are worse than me at golf, which I believe is everyone. Unless it's like, I don't know, Jeet listens to this, because Jeet's better than me, but no one else is better than me. So reach out for some lessons, and yeah. Hey, how's it going? We're back at it again with another podcast. It's been a while. I think about 2 weeks, a little under 2 weeks, I think, since my last podcast. People have been asking. I've gotten a lot of tearful beggings for me to start the pod up again. And I'm listening to my fans, and I will be recording one right now. I've been a little busy recently, mainly golf. I've gotten, quick warning, golf has taken over my life recently. I'm probably going to be talking about golf a lot on this podcast. So a warning, if you hate golf talk, and it won't be like technical golf talk, it'll be general golf talk. You can skip ahead to later on where I'll probably pivot topics. But for a little while, I'm probably going to talk about golf. I've played over 100 holes in the past week. Multiple golf courses know me by name. I played 41 holes, I think, on Thursday. I walked all 41. It poured rain through holes 18 through 27. I was soaked. I had to wait like an hour to play the last 14 or so because it was so wet outside and it was pouring rain. But I think I shot like an 80, maybe 78. I kind of forget what day that was. But yeah, I'm a USGA approved 7 handicap. 7 handicap. Joe Biden on national television was bragging about his 6 handicap. So if I ever find myself in a presidential debate, if I just improve my handicap by 1, I'll be able to brag about that on national television. So yeah, I'm going to be very obnoxious about my golf game very soon. I'm a little better than Connor Murphy, who shot in 103 not too long ago, which is bad. I think I'm also better than Nick Fisher and Zach Gallier, who shot, I think, a combined 250, 260 maybe, when they played. So about 125 each. I think I'm definitely better than Declan Watson. A liar, a loser, a cheater, who's probably like a 15 handicap, 16 handicap. So, yeah, I've gotten a lot better at golf. I've bought a lot of golf clubs. Okay. Speaking of the devil, Declan's about to be in the podcast, actually. I'm going to go into a quick break, and then I'll invite him on. But, yeah, we'll see after the break. Do you like coloring? Do you like painting? Do you love arts and crafts and glue and scissors and tape? Well then, working at Capital One in McLean, Virginia, may be right for you. Join Maxi as he masters the art of coloring within the lines and paper mache for a nice salary of $95,000 a year that could be going to teachers, but instead go to arts and crafts students. Capital One. Hey, how's it going? We're back on the podcast. We got Declan on right now. Say hi, Declan.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Declan's, I think it's 11:26 right now. Declan's about 6 hours from bedtime, so he has some time to stay awake and talk a bit about how we got beat up on, what was that, Saturday?
I believe that was last Friday, but that's not exactly how I would phrase it. But
okay. So you won the fight. You and Nav, two people, won the fight.
It wasn't so much a fight, so much as it was more of exchanging of blows.
Exchanging of blows. So which constitutes a fight.
Yeah. No. So basically, I went out with Nav, which that was interesting. You know, he started the night. If you guys don't know this guy, he's a lot like the other Nav we know. Honestly, they're both kind of tweaky. They're paranoid, and he starts the night by doing that type of stuff. But then eventually he gets pretty drunk, and he starts to press this dude in the bathroom. And this guy's like doing coke with like 3 of his friends. You know, they're like decently sized kids, but you know, Nav's also like really big. He's just like not masculine. You know?
He's a little fat. He's a little fat.
Yeah, like he's like a big BFN. Like he's big for nothing. Like it's just a waste of space. So like anyway, he like starts standing in this guy's personal space, and I'm just trying to get him to go to the bathroom to leave. But then he's like standing in his personal space, and he's like, you know, he's like making like little kissy noises at him and stuff. I don't know. It was a little weird. Definitely got a little sexual. Not too sure about that. But yeah. So then the guy was like, you don't like back up. Like, I'm gonna hit you. And then now is like, do it, pussy. You won't. Cause I think he's used to like UVA kids, and like
yeah,
they won't
fight you. Yeah.
Yeah. So then this kid did, and he hit Nav. And then he looked so taken aback. And he was also literally pushed back because he like fell over, like he flew kind of backwards, falling over through the swinging bathroom door out into like the hallway, like near the staircase. And I was like, dude, like it looks like a cartoon. This big guy standing there. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, so then I like shoved him, and then he pushed me back, and then his friend was there, and then the bouncer came in the bathroom. It's like, you guys have to like leave now.
Yeah.
And I think Nav told him he was going to sue him or something, like the bouncer. and then we left. And then he fell asleep in the Uber, and that was
about it.
That was that.
Yeah.
That sums it up.
No, yeah. Nav has a pretty. I'm surprised it's happened to Nav because he has a pretty good track record. He never gets in fights. He never gets fired from his job because he got in a fight with his coworker, like a physical fight with his coworker, and called him bad words. And
he really, especially too, like, so he ended up staying at my apartment the other night.
You had a what? Your apartment?
He ended up like staying over at my apartment the other night, and he like sat in the toilet for like a long time, and then he just like, I didn't even know he was staying here. I wake up, go get some water. He's just like passed out on my couch. So that was bumming, but he. I will say the last two times he's done this. Last time he pissed all over my bathroom. So.
Right.
This is actually an improvement.
Oh wow! Wow, this is almost like too good. This is a very much so a pot calling the kettle black moment where there have been several occasions where people have woken up in their apartment thinking that they are alone in their living space, and Declan has been there on their couch asleep.
The domicile?
You?
No, first of all, I never stayed at your place. I've
All
stayed
right,
at
but
your
not
place
me.
so
I'm not saying
many
me.
8 hours, but
I'm not saying me. I'm saying Murph. I'm saying all the Sad
I
House
was
guys.
invited to Murph.
All the Sad House guys.
That invite was a little weaker.
I think even what is it? Fat ankle guy one time was like, dude, you got to leave because you just wouldn't leave his like.
Well,
his
no,
tent.
so that's a different. I mean, he got mad because like I didn't know this at the time, but apparently those cardboard pieces they have are reserved. So I thought it was kind of a first come first use type of cardboard, but I guess that some of there's some of the more premium cardboards, and that's they don't want you to take those. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What kind of cardboard do you use when you sleep on the street?
Normally, it's just a Bush Light case that I have broken down because I finished the Bush Lights.
Right. That was your lunch and dinner.
But I have a job now, so it's a Miller case now.
Right, I see. Yeah.
I'm moving up in the world.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, it's good to get a so you pick up trash on the side of the highway for the can money. That's Declan's job.
Yeah. No, actually, that's true. I normally where I find a couple of your golf shots. Just hang out.
Well, no, well, not anymore because I'm still handicapped. Fair enough. So yeah, tough night for Dec and Nav. They got jumped by one person, which is
multiple people.
I think one other person was in. There were multiple of you. There was one other person involved in the altercation.
The facts in this situation are definitely disputed.
Okay, yeah, we'll get some sources in on this. We're gonna get that guy on the podcast. Once he's done with his WWE match, we'll have him come on the pod. So that'll be fun. But yeah. But besides that, Dec, how's the? Well, I'm gonna pivot to golf now. How's the par 3 treating you?
It's not too bad. I try to play once a week when I can. Not all of us have as much time as you do, obviously. Especially the Boston contingency of your viewership. They know that you just kind of hang out, bumming around the city, asking for spare change and maybe a free golf club here or there. But I actually have a job, so I can't golf as much as I want to.
Right,
but when I do, I hit the par 3 a couple days after work.
Yeah.
Normally I play with J-Ho, Lee, and Liam Addy. So, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Jay, shout out Jay. He's in fact texting me a lot about golf. He's getting pretty good, I'm pretty sure. And,
he's shown a lot of improvement.
Yeah, and Liam as well. Liam also is showing improvement. Who's not showing improvement is Nick Fisher. Nick Fisher and Zach Gallagher shot a combined 255. I think it was on Sunday. So yesterday.
That's illegal in some countries, I'm pretty sure.
They what?
That might be illegal in some countries, I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm sure that the Shrink the Game community has photos of Nick, Zach, Will Muller, in their house. We need to kill these people because they need to get off the golf course. Because for those who don't know golf, a good score is about a good score for a good golfer is an 85, 90. A bad score is an 100. A good score for a good golfer like me is a 76, 75. My normal score is around an 80.
Yeah, that's not true.
It is true. I'm an official USGA 7 handicap.
I have golfed with you at least 6 times, and you have not sniffed mid-90s. So I don't know what happened.
When I played with you last, I was probably a 45 handicap. That's no
I don't know.
exaggeration.
So you seem to have some very rapid improvement.
Yeah, I have.
Now that you're up there.
I have, because I'm golfing a lot. Yeah. I'm getting a lot better.
I don't know.
I got a lesson.
It's a little questionable.
It's not questionable. It's less questionable than your handicap because mine's USGA official. I paid real money to get this handicap.
What does that even mean?
You have to pay money to the USGA for them to approve your handicap, and when you play, you have to like show them. You basically have to whenever you play an official USGA round, you basically have to sign these forms that say I'm not cheating. So I can't take.
Okay, so basically you don't have to do anything other than lie
plus
you
I had
doing, but this time
I had to talk to a guy in Newton, Massachusetts, who was like, all right, I'm gonna like I have to go with you through one of your rounds. And he watched me through one of his rounds and he approved me. He's a USGA official.
Okay, so what you're saying is like the lie just gets more extreme, but there's still zero barriers to you lying here, right? Like
theoretically, like the integrity of the sport, like I've gotten good enough.
Theoretically, that doesn't mean jack shit.
All right, theoretically, yeah. Theoretically, Jordan Spieth could go out to like a random course and say, "Oh, I shot a 40 today."
No, not theoretically true because there's theoretically cameras when he plays.
No. I'm saying Jordan could go on a non-tour day. He could go to Pebble Beach and be like, "Oh, I shot a 40 today," and everyone would be like, "No, you didn't," but he'd be like, "No, I did." So yeah,
that sounds exactly like what happens with you because like no one believes you.
No one because you haven't seen me golf.
We'll play. No, exactly.
We'll play next week, and I'll probably shoot like a 77, and you'll believe me.
I'm just, there's a lot right on this. I just want you to know when we play, if you just come out there and get like a 94, it's over for you.
If I get 94. I'm going.
It's done.
I'm going to end my own life on the golf course. That's going to happen. If I get 94,
yeah.
I will end my life.
And you know what's funny is if you getting a 94 would be the highest score that Fish and I have ever seen you get in person. So
best score, not highest score.
I don't.
No,
I don't know.
Fair.
I don't know.
No.
I'm just saying. I know it's going to happen, and when it happens,
I played with Fish, Whitaker, and Colin, and I couldn't even finish like half the holes. I was playing so poorly.
I definitely need some.
Yeah, no, that's valid. It's hard to believe, but I'm an official 7 handicap with the USGA. So
yeah, I mean, if that's true, you have quite the improvement. I guess you're good at learning things.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot.
I know you're good at trying things, but
yeah, exactly. There you go. All right, shameless plug. Follow my Instagram account. Follow my Instagram account, James Tries Things. I'm posting golf now. So, yeah. Well, we're gonna play next week. Fish, I think it's pretty good still.
We're playing next week. I thought we were playing the week out. That's the week after.
Oh yeah, you're right. Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend. I was supposed to play this weekend, but
2 weeks from now. Yeah,
Brett,
sorry.
Shout out to Smiths. Shout out to Shickles. But Brendan and I did not make our 1 p.m. tee time. It was a little early for us.
Very early. A very early 1 p.m. tee time that Brendan Smith and Declan did not make in Winchester this weekend. Which it happens. It happens to the community of alcohol abusers that stay up until 7 a.m. So it's a tough one. I wish it was the first time it happened, but it's not the case.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'll just have to plead the fifth on that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know we're not supposed to talk about too much golf on this podcast.
Yeah, no, I think that's about all I had to hit on golf. We're actually gonna hit a quick break right now. I'm gonna do a quick ad and then we'll hop back on the pod in a second. But yeah, I'll see you after the break. Do you have an American Express Platinum card? Well, if you do, let me know. We can relate. Yes, I may have gotten a credit card that has a $700 yearly fee. But now I can kind of slap it on tables sometimes and feel like a douchebag. American Express. And we're back on the podcast. Done with golf. So if you wanted to skip golf, start here. We're going to pivot to a much different topic, football, NFL football. So we're going to do a few record predictions for a few select teams. We're also going to drop our Super Bowl predictions. And then I might plug a fun event coming up that you should all come to. Stay tuned for that. So let's start with some record predicts. So I had a few teams here. Let's start with a couple AFC East. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Start
I was just wondering, are these just like random teams? Or?
Oh, random. I think I used a generator for these
Okay,
five.
Cool.
Clear random.
So we're starting the AFC East.
Yeah, AFC East. So yeah, start the first. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills as the first team. Declan, you can get this one.
Yeah, this one's tough. I don't have too much experience with them, but I would say they're anywhere in between 17-0 and maybe 16-1. They got they have the highest rated quarterback PFF last year. They got the only quarterback in history to have 40 touchdowns in 4 straight seasons. Just broke that record. Also broke the record last year for most games with a passing and rushing touchdown. Also broke the record for total rushing touchdowns as a QB. So, I think if you add all of those together, it just comes out into a really, really tremendous football player.
Is this a football player or is this your boyfriend? I couldn't tell.
Two things can't be true at once. Unfortunately, only one of them is, but we're optimistic for the second aspect. So I'm going with 16-1. I think just optimistically.
That's a conservative estimate. Yeah. I agree with a few of those things. I agree that he has scored a lot of touchdowns. He's thrown a lot of touchdowns. Several have been to opposing safeties, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. Not the best, but happens to some of us. Not Tom Brady, but some of us. I think that with mid-tier quarterback and bad defense, no receivers. I'm thinking like optimistic. If they catch some breaks, 4-13s in the cards, I could see them falling out of the top 5 picks, which would be a good place for them to be. So I have them at 4-13. Next, we're gonna move to the greatest team of all time, the New England Patriots. I'll go first here. I'm gonna go conservative. So the way I see the season going is Joe Milton will start the year as the quarterback. Bazooka Joe, as he's known colloquially. He will break the passing yards and touchdowns record within the first 10 weeks. And then he will go on to higher things. I think he'll become president. So once the election passes, we'll just switch quarterbacks to our hotshot rookie Drake May, all aboard the Mayflower, and
is the election correlated or?
No. Milton will become president, so he won't have time to be the Patriots quarterback.
Yeah.
So May will then lead the Patriots to a conservative 15-2. I see him maybe slipping up a few games because he's so young. That's where I have us. I think simple. I could see 17-0, but it's tough to ask out of a rookie. So, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think obviously, as many of your listeners know, you don't exactly know ball, but Drake May will be starting, obviously. Joe Milton's trying to do his little act, his little thing he does every year where he fools people into thinking he's a lot better than he is. And you give him that starting job, and he goes out there and he wins 2 or 3 games and makes 2 or 3 big throws and 2 or 3 donations to their team. So I'm assuming you're going to end up with.
Wait, this is Josh Allen you're talking about, right?
I mean, one of them is the GOAT, and the other one, his name is Joe. So no, I don't think so. But
no, it's Josh.
It's guess,
Josh, not Joe Allen.
I would think 5-12. And I think if you want a sleeper pick in fantasy, I do think that Mario Douglas could have a pretty decent year fantasy wise, just because Drake May's got to throw someone.
Christian Polk's our number 1 now. Actually, that's the word out of camp. I think Douglas is kind of small.
Yeah, Douglas is small, but his what's his at UNC? May's number one receiver was also like 5'8".
Yeah, it's true.
Made him like a 1,200-yard receiver, so
Yeah,
he likes
it's
small
also,
receivers.
he's also playing UVA. He's also playing UVA for that. He'll get.
I mean, he lost that game.
That's true,
So.
but he'll get bullied by. Douglas might get bullied a bit by corners. We'll see. We'll see. He'll be our slot guy. All right, let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys. Dec,
yeah,
Dec, you want to go first here?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty bullish on the Cowboys. You know, I think that they're going to have a phenomenal year. You know, much to the enthusiasm of many of my friends that have earrings. And just to be clear, I'm talking about women and Pranav Singh. And I think that they're going to have a good 12 to 13 wins this year. And then I think they're going to lose to the wild card in the first round of the NFL playoffs.
Yeah. No, that's a. You're very bullish, obviously. I'm a little more in the middle. I think, unfortunately, my prediction is that on week 3, Dak Prescott, the quarterback, will get shot, and he won't be able to complete the season. He'll be in a wheelchair. I just see it coming. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to those with earrings. You may be pulling them out on week 3 when you see the news that Dak Prescott just got shot at a Wendy's drive-thru.
Is he hanging out with Tank Dell?
Yes, actually, with Tank Dell and
Brian Robinson
and Taylor Swift. Believe it or not, also gets shot in this scenario. And and Parker Champagne. Believe it or not, he's in the same car and also gets. Well, no, Parker actually has a job at the Wendy's and gets caught in the crossfire. But
yeah, as long as it's at the Temple Wendy's.
Yeah, exactly. He's the temp. Yeah, at the Wendy's. So yeah, unfortunately, that will lead them to a 2-15 record. After
Are you sure they won't do better once he's out?
That's a good point. It's a good point. Well, unfortunately, my prediction, they decide to replace Dak with Trey Lance, who actually, believe it or not, this is a fun fact about Trey Lance. He doesn't have arms. They fell off around 2021. So
first paraplegic, first round pick.
Yeah, exactly. So he can't hold the ball or throw the ball. So it'll be a tough sledding for the Cowboys. I see them losing about 15 games, maybe 16 games. So that's where I have them pinned at. A tragic season for the Dallas Cowboys in my eyes. The next team we're going to cover is the Philadelphia Eagles. You can take the floor here.
I think we know exactly where this one's going, James. I mean, most people that follow the NFL, they know that Philadelphia Eagles were one of the truly tragic stories of the NFL last year. Or if you're a normal person and don't live outside of Philly, it was more of a comedy actually. But I think they finished the season 0-7. They're and I don't see any reason why that trend might discontinue. Mm-hmm. So I predict a clean 0-17 sweep. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be getting he's going to be up in his commercials next year and trying to put away as much money as he can, maybe save for an early retirement.
Right.
And
right.
I think that just in general, the city of Philly will continue to deteriorate. They're going to. I don't think they excel at much other than slurs per capita and perhaps domestic abuse.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd say that's Philly's calling card. They have very comfortable benches, I will say. That's the one plus about Philadelphia. Is very, very comfortable benches.
That's what I've heard. I think Hurts might be riding one of them by week 3. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he'll be on the Temple campus trying to catch some winks. So yeah, I feel similar. I predict that by week 5, Saquon Barkley will have converted to Buddhism and will be in a mountain range in Nepal, and will no longer be playing football. I don't have him at 0-17 because I think by week 13 they'll put Matt Patricia in as quarterback, and he might actually surprise some people, and I think he'll lead him to about 3 wins. So I'm seeing a 3-14 for the Eagles. I think similar to Atlanta in 1865, I think the city will burn down to the ground for the much better. I think the world will be a better place if once Philly's ash. So yeah, that's what I had for Philadelphia. Last team we're gonna go with here is the this one. I'm gonna give an honest prediction here for this one. The Washington Commanders.
Let's hear it.
Okay. I really think the Commanders are going to be so bad this year. I will be surprised if Daniels goes 10 weeks without getting hurt. People forget how hurt he was at ASU. He's going to get hurt. He doesn't slide. He dives head first into tackles. He's going to get like his neck snapped week 3. And then after that, I don't know who they have. Howell? Is Howell on that team? He must be.
I think they might have traded him. I'm not positive.
Oh, I think he's gone. Yes, I don't know who their backup is. He probably sucks. So, and I mean, they have an okay defense, not a good defense. They have one receiver. Like they just have no one. They're gonna be terrible. I legitimately wouldn't be surprised with a 3-14, 4-13 season from the Washington Commanders. They're gonna be so bad this year. Yeah, Dec, you can give your take.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going with realistic, not that the other ones haven't been, but if we're going with our actual take here, I think that I'm a little bit more optimistic than you, just because, not because they're good, but just because I think you're really, not giving the teams last year the benefit of the doubt for how bad they really were. We're talking historically bad. I mean, they had the the fourth or fifth worst offensive line in the history of the NFL.
Oh wow!
And it only didn't get more attention because the Giants somehow had a worse one in the same season.
Right.
But they let up 34, 35 sacks.
That's gross.
Howell's just fighting for his life.
Right.
I see it no different with Jaden. I just think that he'll be able to run a little bit more, and like you said, before he becomes paraplegic, before he suffers a traumatic injury from diving headfirst into a 250-pound middle linebacker. I think that he still gets some 5 wins. So I'm on 5-12. I think
12. I can see that. If it's all depends on how long he stays healthy, how long he survives. Really, so his lifespan will determine the Commander's season because
and survives. And when you play for the Commanders, that encompasses a wide range of things on the field injuries, but just as many of their players die off the field.
Yeah, exactly. So no.
You got to be careful.
He could get
rest in peace,
Sean
Taylor. Rest in peace, Brian Robinson.
Dwayne Haskins.
He's not dead, but
for when he died.
Yeah, for when he is. Because if I had a nickel for every time a Washington Commanders player was shot in the last 20 years.
Yeah,
I only have two.
No, and if you had a dime for every time one got shot or got hit by a Mack truck on the highway, you'd actually have had 3 dimes.
Yeah, I can almost buy a piece of gum.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, believe it or not, Brian Robinson, who, if you don't know, was shot before the season last year or 2 years ago, I think. He was actually at the Wendy's that I'm predicting to get shot with Dak Prescott and Parker Champagne and Taylor Swift. So, unfortunately, that will happen because it's happened before and it'll happen again. But, that's what we had for record predictions. Let's pivot over to quickly Super Bowl predictions. What do you have for that?
Bills, Lions, and it'll be 34-27.
Okay.
Bills victory.
All right. Now wake up and predict the. All right. No, that's fair. I can see that happening. If everyone else dies. So I have Patriots over Chiefs. Now I know that sounds weird because they're both in the AFC, but I think they'll make an exception this year because they're going to do it where they're just going to give the Chiefs a spot in the Super Bowl just because they want to and because Tay-Tay will be there, Tay-Tay and Travis. So no matter what the Chiefs actually do, they're going to be in the Super Bowl. But then the next best team the actual best team will play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and that'll be the Patriots. Drake May will ride into the Mayflower. Taylor Swift will break up with Kelsey, start dating Drake May, and he'll say, "No, I'm loyal to my girlfriend," and she will make an album about him.
Who is his girlfriend?
I forget. I think she's been dating her for a while. He's a loyal man. He's a good man.
She's not famous though.
No, she's not famous. No.
Okay.
He doesn't chase celebrities like some quarterbacks. Josh Allen. Yeah, that's my honest prediction. I think it'll happen. It'll be exciting. It'll be great. They'll write albums about it. So all right, we're gonna pivot real quick over to movies. Oh no, before we do that, quick plug. November 2nd. For your weekend, come to Penn State, Happy Valley. They're playing Ohio State that weekend. I'll be there. Matt Heater will be there. Charlie Fish will be there. Dan Orban will be there. Duncan Watson will be there. Who else? Nav will probably be there if he has the money. Who? Oh yeah, we're all gonna get an RV in the little weekend, so that'll be fun. So yeah, everyone should come. You don't have to stay in the RV. You probably could if you wanted to, but you don't have to. But everyone come to Penn State that weekend because it'll be really fun. All right, now we're going to pivot to movies. Movie recs. I think we're just going to recommend movies right now. That's the only plan.
I think that's it, yeah.
Dec, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think I'm going to start it off hot with just, I think, easily top 10, Kung Fu Panda. If you haven't seen it. Highly recommend. I watch it about once every other week. I interchange that with Cars. Between the two of those, I really think just you really got the whole scope of animation,
right? And
soundtracks by Hans Zimmer. So
yeah. So all right, sorry team. The Zoom call just ended in the middle of Declan's sentence. I'm gonna do a quick break and then we'll be back. So yeah, just have the break. Do you want to play the hardest course on planet Earth? Go to Due Process Stable in New Jersey, where a course with a rating of 72 for a par 72 is, according to Declan Watson, the hardest course in the world. His plus 36 that he shot today is very excusable because he just played the hardest course in the world that has a rating equal to its par. So yeah, really, really hard. And the plus 36 is actually a really good score if you think about it. It's only like 2 strokes per hole worse than par. So he's on par with kids with ALS. So, yeah.
Soundtrack by Hans Zimmer, gotta be probably the best animated movie I've ever seen. Like I said, I watch it somewhere around 20-ish times a year, probably. So I'm a big fan.
Quick question about what hours do you watch? What hours of the day do you watch Kung Fu Panda? From what is it 4 to 7 a.m.?
My average, it's probably about an hour 30, hour 40 run time, and I would say I normally average between 3 to 4:30 a.m.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. So pre-bedtime.
Pretty normal time, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, yeah, I can go next. I think my first one was La La Land. The musical starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. What one would call a modern day classic. Considered one of the best movies of all time by many. It's really good. Henry Fowler can vouch for how good this movie is. It's fantastic. The songs are good. The plot's good. It's a great love story. It's very real, and it's just very well shot. So, if you're looking for anything to do during your day, it's one of the best movies of all time. Watch La La Land. It's up there with Cars 2, believe it or not. Another Henry Fowler favorite. Me and him have like the same movie taste, by the way. We like all the same movies, which is kind of funny. But yeah, those two right there are my top 2 movies for you have to watch right now. So, back to you.
Yeah, I guess I'll plug one more. Just little modern take for people.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a special someone you want to take out, or just Franco, if you just want to go by yourself, you can go to Twisters in theaters now. It's a great movie. I'm normally not a fan of just shameless remakes, but this one really keeps the spirit of the original, the themes of the original, but they take their own little spin on it. It's a little different. Plus, they get a lot of points. I was a big fan of Daisy Edgar Jones, I think is her name. I made her Girl of the Week last week. So, that was a pretty big deal. Congrats to her for that.
Is she your girlfriend?
No, she was Girl of the Week. It's
okay.
It's a weekly reward.
It's usually your girlfriend, right?
No. I mean, she was getting kind of clingy. She was like, hitting me up too much. So I did end that a few months back. But, I'm happy for her and all her success recently and just how things have been going for her. So
it's fantastic.
I wanted to shout her out a bit.
Yeah. No. I heard she also stays up until 7 a.m.
I think that's just because she's British and there's a time difference.
It's true. Yeah. It's the other way.
But
it's the other way. But all right, yeah. My last one was this is a good movie, classic. It really paints some true American heroes, some truly true American heroes, like really what you want to model your life after. It's called Birth of a Nation.
I thought you were going to say Django.
Well, that was a good one too, but Birth of a Nation really paints some really true, great human beings as the saviors of America. And I know, Declan, you're a huge fan. You have the posters up in your room, I think, of Birth of a Nation. So it's a good movie. You should all watch it. And I think people will get very passionate about America watching Birth of a Nation. So, yeah, that's all I have about movies. Declan, you want to do a little rant about House of Dragon Season 2?
Yeah,
and then you can wrap up.
Yeah, I guess we'll wrap up with... so for those of you, James is not, but I'm sure a lot of the loyal listeners here have been watching House of the Dragon. They're Game of Thrones fans. So I just watched the season finale, I think a week back, and the season definitely let me down. So I wasn't expecting too much from the finale, but they delivered. And they delivered a new level of shit. Absolutely nothing happened. It was the exact same as the whole season, which was kind of just like a big edge fest for season 3 because they didn't have enough, I guess, source material to make a full 3 seasons. So basically, yeah, this season, for those of you who don't know, they just ruined some of the best characters, had them skulk around by themselves in some random castle, and then, nothing happened. And anything that something did happen, they just omitted it because they didn't feel like paying the CGI budget, and then they just told you that it happened. So really lazy, really bad writing. Not sure what direction HBO is going with this, but they outdid season 8 of Game of Thrones. It's a lot worse. So good for them. Props to them. And I can't wait for another 3 years until we can get season 3.
Fantastic. Yeah. No, I mean, I also am not a fan of House of Dragon. I think, and if my issue is that it seems like a cop-out, the dragon part, where it's like, we're fighting a battle, and it's like, the battle's going okay, we're losing a little bit, we've probably lost like 1,000 or so men, and let's pull out our big-ass fire-breathing dragon that will burn their entire army, and then they pull that guy out, and they win. And I'm like, yeah. No, it makes sense that you won once you pulled out your fire-breathing monster that can burn an entire army. Yeah, no, it makes sense you won after that. So, that's my issue. Seems like a cop-out.
Yeah. They do tackle that a little bit, actually.
Okay, all right, good.
One of the characters, Kristen Cole, he talks about that, what's the point of these battles when we're basically just playthings for the elite and their dragons.
Yeah. They are.
I think maybe there's a little allusion there to maybe nuclear weapons, but that's a little deeper than.
It's quite deep. It's quite deep.
Yeah. But what did you think? me and Fish normally, Charlie Fish, we watch this and dissect House of Dragons together
religiously every Wednesday night. It lasted for like a year. You guys every Wednesday for a year.
Well, it started as just drinking, but
yeah.
House of Dragons began later.
Well, that was every day for a year. But every Wednesday you would drink and watch House of Dragon, and you guys. It lasted more than 1 week, didn't it? It lasted more than 1 week.
No, it lasted 1 week, but 3 good episodes.
Three episodes that you guys definitely watched and didn't just talk over the entire time.
A little bit of both. had a few bones shared.
A few. Yeah. There's a few times when both viewers were out of the room with the TV going, having a bone on the balcony while we were watching. Some key plot moments were missed because they weren't in the room to watch.
We were too busy discussing like the last key parts.
Right. About how the dragon came back and burned more people.
Yes.
So it's really invigorating stuff. Dragons and how real they are. It's really cool. So that's all we had, I think. Dec, do you have any last comments? Any shout outs?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out the Pope.
Oh yeah.
And shout out Josh Allen, of course.
Well. Oh, shout out Suni Lee. She did very well. Olympics.
Oh yeah, true. That's a good one.
Shout out Obama.
The opposite of a shout out for Devin Booker is.
Shout out Obama. I hate Devin Booker. I hate Devin Booker. Oh, also anti shout out to Steve Kerr. You're a terrible coach. You should never get near a basketball court again in your life. You are an idiot. You are a fool. You made a fool out of a very good player in Champ.
Yeah, and let's shout out somebody fun shout out James Monroe.
James Monroe. No, he doesn't get enough love. One of the
he doesn't get enough love.
One of the 6 Jameses that were all presidents. So the most common. How many Decans? How many Decans were president again? What is it? Must be like 5 or something like that, right?
I'll have to let you know in the future.
Yeah, so I believe it's 0. But there are 6 Jameses that were presidents. Monroe is one of the better ones.
Do they all also have personality disorders?
Well, one of them got shot pretty early on, so that was tough for him. Like Dak Prescott will happen to him early on in this upcoming season. So too bad. Shout out Obama. Shout out who else he needs to shout out? Shout out Diggy. And Nicky's back from camp. He's trying to get me to go to some really bad games, like a Wizards Celtics game that I do not want to go to. So no, Nick, I am not going to the Wizards Celtics game. But shout out Diggy.
He was texting the other day. I just kind of feel bad for him because I was like, why is he asking me to go to all these shitty games? And I just realized that they're just all the teams he likes.
No.
It's like, let's go to the Commanders. Let's go to the Wizards. And I'm like, no.
No, why would you do that? Oh no, because you're a fan.
I'd rather just light my time on fire.
Yeah, I'd rather just sleep probably. I'd literally anything else. I'd I don't know, just poke holes in my arms and stuff rather than go to a Commanders game. So yeah, no.
Yeah, that wraps it up for me.
Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thanks for hopping on, Declan.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, hope you watch some good movies tonight. I mean, you can probably watch all 4 Kung Fu Pandas for bedtime, so you can maybe try that.
Yeah, don't watch the 4th. The 4th is bad.
Okay, so you can watch the first 3 and then have some time to spare.
Yeah, but I started Harry Potter marathon. So.
No, okay, yeah, easy. No, I've never seen it before, so have good luck with that.
Thank you.
But yeah, take care. Say hi to Liam. Say hi to Boss Man Matt. Yeah.
Will do.
Good luck with the 26 handicap. So yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Take care. All right. That was Declan. Declan needs some money actually. If you could, I didn't want to say this in front of him, but he needs some money. So there's a GoFundMe link that I posted. I'll post it again. But if you guys could donate to him and Nav, because they're both penniless at the moment. So thank you. You know what? That's about it, actually. I was going to do a break and then wrap up, but I think I'm about to go to bed anyway. I have an early tea time tomorrow, so I'm going to wrap up right now. So yeah, take care, guys. Stay safe.
You know, and yeah, keep kicking. Take care.